Holy, raw and real. God bless the real. Holy, raw and real. God bless the real. Holy, raw and real. God bless the real. Holy, raw and real. Church in the trap. God bless the real. Holy, raw and real. Church in the trap. Holy, raw and real. God bless the real. Holy, raw and real.
Let's do it.
What it do, man?
Let's
Welcome
do
back
it.
to
Let's do it.
Holy, Raw, and Real, man. We back at it again.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
There it is.
That's it. That's it right there. That's it, man. Hey, so we got a discussion going on. We talking about settling. You know, what you settled for. Are you settling, or are you continuing and not settling?
Yeah.
And that's a big topic.
Yeah. I feel like most people settle, whether they know it or not, or whether they realize it or not. I think most people settle for something, whether it's a job or a car or, you know, a man, a woman. You know, most people settle for something at some point in life, whether they really realize it or not. You know, I mean, that's something I think that we probably do without even noticing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's settling something that we do because we're used to the choice of what we want not being there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Probably.
You couldn't get the girl you wanted, you couldn't get the dude you wanted, you couldn't get the car you wanted, you couldn't get the job you wanted, you couldn't get the house you wanted.
A lot of it is, to me, some of it is just like you have no belief in yourself to do better.
Right.
Low self-esteem can make you settle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trauma can make you settle.
Right.
Being afraid to even go out there again and try
Right.
will make you settle for something less.
Right.
Because you afraid to even, you know.
So let's narrow this down. Let's talk about settling in a relationship.
Okay.
I recently had a discussion with somebody who they had settled in singleness. So, and they are trying to convince themselves that they don't want a companion, that they don't want a partner, right?
Okay.
But it's really trauma that has made them settle. Trauma has made them make their minds up that, listen, I've been burnt a couple times, you know what I'm saying? And now I don't want to do this anymore. Like I'm tired of giving myself, and the reward is not worth the risk. So they have settled for singleness. And
so basically they settle in by not trying to settle.
Absolutely.
So they basically just they afraid to try.
Right.
They're afraid of getting hurt again, so they feel like, oh, I'm gonna just stay single.
Right.
But that's settling though.
Right.
So they still settling no matter what.
Absolutely.
So yeah, like I think that's a common thing. Like I settled before, and I don't just mean like dating wise, just in life in general.
Right.
With certain jobs I've had, I get a little job, and I say, well, you know, the money ain't all that, but
it's a job.
It's easy. It's a job.
It's a job.
You know, and I stayed there for longer than part of what I should have.
Okay, but that irritates me. You know that irritates me.
Yeah, because I'm past it now.
Yeah,
but I know a lot of people right now that's settling because
and it made me think of women who settle with men who, you know, treat them wrong, or a man that settle with a woman that really ain't the woman he knows she's not that woman.
Some people like pain though.
Some people like pain.
It's a fetish. So some of them so used to pain that they just without it they don't.
So that pain goes beyond physical. It's mental and spiritually as
Absolutely.
well.
Absolutely.
It manifests itself from a physical fetish to a spirit. Like that's like the girls who or the women who want to be beat on.
Yeah, some of them were raped or
Right.
touched or beat on so much that without that they can't get aroused.
And they don't feel whole. They don't feel
it's
complete.
Like it's a psychological thing in their head. So some people actually stay or choose people because they do want, like they so used to it. Like when I was a kid, like I saw like a lot of abuse and stuff when I was younger. I thought it was normal for a little while. You know what I'm saying? And then I got older and realized, nah, that ain't normal at all. But someone who done seen it so much and never had no kind of self-healing or no kind of nobody to say, hey, that's not normal.
Right.
They gonna grow up thinking that, okay, this is normal. This is
Right,
normal,
right.
this
And
is
see,
how it's going.
I'm the total opposite. Like I didn't see any of it.
Yeah.
But the reason I didn't see it was because my mom didn't settle.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard the stories. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I never seen it before. So for me, like that is so extreme to me that I can't even fathom it because I just never had that experience around me. It's just my worldview on that subject is, nobody should settle for pain. Nobody should settle for abuse. Nobody should settle for what your heart don't desire.
Yeah, I mean that's the truth, and I think a lot of it, like I said, is fear. Fear. People are afraid of failure. Like failure is the number one thing that people are afraid of. So they feel like, okay, I'm gonna stay in my little cocoon. I'm gonna stay where I know I'm comfortable at. I'm gonna stay right here because if I go over here or go back to school or get this job or date him or date her, I might fail at it. So I'm gonna stay where I know I'm comfortable and I can tolerate this. So that they never elevate. You know what I'm saying? They never get themselves to a place where they can grow and elevate, which is if we getting holy now, is an unclean spirit.
Right.
Demons, like they want you to stay in areas where you can, stay in the same environment and not progress ever in life.
Sloth.
Yeah.
7 deadly sins, right?
Yeah.
Sloth.
Yeah.
Settling.
Absolutely.
You're stagnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you said failure and settling, to me, in my mind, look at that like a yin and a yang, because it's a balance in failure and settling, right? Mm-hmm. If you quit and you think about failure as you have failed in whatever task that you're trying to accomplish, then you start settling. You feel me?
Yeah.
And in that process, now you become stagnant and like you give up on that dream or that vision or whatever you had in your heart that you was working towards. So, to me, if somebody is moving, you can't fail if you continue to move.
Nah, you only
fail when you settle.
When you settle, yeah. And I hear people say all the time, I'm chasing that bag. Right? I feel like this, man. Every person that's chasing the bag is settling.
Right.
All of them. Because number one, God did not make us to chase nothing.
No. Not at all. Not at all.
At all. Like,
Don't make me go there.
Y'all settling by trying to chase a bag, get this job or hustle over here or whatever
Right.
you're trying to do.
Right.
And that means you will always be broke.
Right.
Always. Because people who don't settle and become successful, they make themselves an asset.
Exactly.
So the bag chase them.
Damn, come on, man.
Like Beyonce.
Right.
You think Beyonce?
Man, she ain't chasing
calling
no
anybody
bag.
for a gig?
No.
They calling her.
They desire her talent.
She an asset.
They desire her talent.
She ain't chasing no bag
Not
at
at
all.
all.
And
Not
the
at all.
rappers who be making songs about chasing bags, they they put it in y'all heads to chase a bag, but the rapper who's saying that like it not, he's an asset now.
Right.
So, people who doing that are settling.
Right.
And they gonna always settle because they mindset is on chasing things.
So what about the other side of settle? Like, because settle can, like I said, is such a broad term. Like,
It is.
so I'm settled in many aspects of my life, right? Like I ain't in my 20s and 30s no more.
Okay.
So I'm not. It's like my outlook on life has changed. So, like, yeah, I'm still mastering who I am. I'm still bringing out who God, has made me to be, who He called me to be. But in my relationships, in my, in my family, like, I'm settled.
See,
I'm
it's two different words, two different meanings.
Uh-huh.
Settling is not the same thing as settled.
right.
Settling means you settling when you clearly want more, but you ain't going to get it. You gonna sit right here where you comfortable at.
Exactly.
Settled is that you got what you wanted,
And I'm comfortable.
and I'm comfortable with it.
Right.
I succeeded at what I set out to do.
Right.
That's the difference between settling and being settled.
Yeah. So to be settled mean that you accomplished it. You didn't settle. You
it's-
made it to
it's-
that place
it's
to where you
actually
wanted to be.
I mean, it's crazy because it's actually the opposite of settling.
right.
It's the opposite of that because you had a goal, whether that was to get married or get whatever you have, but you settled in with what you went out to accomplish. You got it.
So how many people, you know what I'm saying, just off the top of your head, how many people you think walking around living life settling?
Percentage wise,
Right.
man, I'm gonna say more than half.
I'm gonna say in different forms of life, I think we all settling.
Yeah, in some ways.
Exactly. I think
maybe in some ways.
Yeah, I think that there are fewer people who have achieved like everything that they have set out to achieve than people who have not and just have
You see, some
settled and gave up.
Some of them things we want to achieve ain't within God's plan for us.
Right.
So
right.
some of them things we God might say that ain't for you anyway.
Yeah.
Like when I was,
But he'll show you that though.
yeah, when I was 13, 14, I said I'm gonna play in the NBA.
Yeah. No.
Yep, carry that dream throughout high school. That didn't play ball at all, but in my mind, I'm finna go play
You was
in
gonna-
the NBA. Took an old man one morning. I went to the park. I was getting up every morning. I'm 19 years old now. I get up every morning. This after high school, working out, shoot my shots or whatever. 'Cause in my mind, I'm finna go play for a JUCO team and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And an old man on his morning jog stopped me and asked me, "Young man, why you keep on coming out here every morning and shooting ball? You exercising?" I was like, "No, sir. I'm finna play. I'm finna play JUCO at this college over here." And this old man stopped and looked at me up and down like, "Nah, you ain't finna do this. You ain't doing that."
He told you just like
Yeah,
that.
he said, "Young man, I'm watching you. You're too short. Your shot too slow. You ain't making no team." He said, "Son, go to school, be an engineer or whatever." Man, I was pissed. I'm like, who this old man think he is? I'm heated. I promise you, bro. Less than a month after that, another old man, a pastor, he was like, "Young man, how you doing, whatever?" And asked me the same question. "You in school?" I'm like, "Yes, sir. I'm in school. I'm finna play basketball, yada, yada, yada." Did the exact same thing. He said, "Young man," he said, "Question. What size shoe you wear?"
What size shoe you wear?
I'm like, "What?" I said, "Man, 10 and a half." He said, "Son, I be at the college all the time. They want boys with size 13 shoes on up." He said, "So you ain't doing that?" And I'm like, "Man, what they talking about?" But I was settling for a dream that it wasn't in my life. God said, "Nah, that ain't what you want to do." Now to this day, if I can meet them old man today, I would thank them because I was settling for something that wasn't for me at all. if I had my mind set on where it needed to be at that time, who knows? Right now, I'd be a famous filmmaker right now, bro. But at that time, I had a goal
Of making it to the
of making it to
NBA.
the NBA, knowing I ain't. But I was settling for that because that's all I ever wanted to do. And it took two old men to brutally tell me, "No, you ain't."
So on
you know
on that same concept, then, like, why are we allowing people that we're connected to stay in that state of settling? Like now, the example you just used was just a dream.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, delusional it may have been.
Oh yeah, it was,
you know what I'm saying?
It was delusional.
Yeah,
It was definitely that.
but it was still a dream. You
Yeah.
feel me? That's like me saying I'm finna go play linebacker in the NFL right now. You dig? Like that ain't happening. And y'all better say something too. You feel?
Oh, I'm gonna say something.
Hey, listen, no lie. I had one of my coworkers. You know what I'm saying? I hope he watched this episode because he's we go back and forth a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About stuff and but this man. I guess he was actually one of my chiefs at the fire department. This man at plus 40, could have been close to 50, bro. This man never played football a day in his life. And he went and tried out for quarterback when South had went Division I, bro. Listen to me. I need you to hear what I'm saying. Like, imagine,
my God, man.
imagine Mr. Peabody, right? You know what I'm saying? Like small frame, look at, like 2 left feet. You feel me? And he out there taking snaps, saying that he gonna play quarterback for
Oh man.
South Alabama, bro. They were crushing his head. And when he came back, broke up his step, I'm like, man, what's wrong? And he told me, what he did. And I'm like, look, same thing you saying. I'm looking at him up and down like, you did what? Quarterback? Bruh.
So I'm guessing he didn't make a team.
Nah, he ain't make nothing. He should have made the news. Like, if I would have known in the bed, I would have sent the news out there at him, bruh. But look though, but delusional.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So but what I'm saying is,
Man.
in that same example, like there are people who need that voice though. You know what I'm saying?
But see, some people have that voice and don't listen. Cause see, at that time I ain't listening. It took me about another year or so till I quit that little dream.
But God still sent somebody else. Like you heard him more than once. He planted the seed
within a month.
Right. He planted the seed.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So when you talking about settling, so that's a whole nother different aspect of settling because some people need to settle them dreams.
Yeah.
Settle them dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I never want to hinder somebody's passion towards anything, but everybody need to be reeled in to reality.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
Believe me, there are many dreams that happen outside of reality. Like speak those things that are not as if they are.
True. That's just
You know what I'm saying?
It's like all through school, it probably even to this day, they got these teachers telling these kids, you can be the president, you can be this, you can be that. Not all y'all. I'm just being real with you. I mean, those. I'm not saying it's not bad. It's good to encourage kids.
Encourage kids.
But I'm just being real with you. Like,
But I think in that encouragement, it makes them, it pushes them not to settle. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's a balance. It's a yin and a yang to
I'm gonna
me.
be real with you. I grew up with my mom telling me I can do whatever I wanted to do.
Right. And
I can do whatever.
And you could have.
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
You
No, I
couldn't have played in the
couldn't.
NBA.
No, I couldn't, bro.
You couldn't have played in the
That's
NBA.
my point.
Yeah,
and that's why I held that dream for so long because she told me, which is it's a good thing for her to tell me that as a kid.
Right.
But man, because God don't put us here to do everything. It's not for everybody to play in the NBA or NFL or to be a doctor.
So taking that and then twisting it around, like back to relationship wise, right? Like your mom told you that, so it caused you not to settle, right?
Yeah.
But then that's great. She gave you encouragement. She pushed you, you know. But what about the parents who don't give their children that encouragement, and it makes them not like they settle because they never had somebody to push them to their greatness.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. So it's still a balance. If somebody is moving in their purpose and you can see it, then you feed that. You know what I'm saying? Like them two cats, they knew that you couldn't hoop on an NBA level, bro. Sound like the first one's like he keep asking you like, why you keep coming to the park?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But people can see the gifts inside of you, and that need to be pushed so you don't settle. Women, relationship, grow up, and they see what's around them.
Yeah, man. And I think with a lot of them, like I said, most of it is trauma. In my mind, most of it is just trauma based. They grew up seeing something, and people think trauma is a thing that like abuse or nah. You can grow up seeing, the perfect, or in your eyes, the perfect relationship. And in your mind now, that's the way everything has to go.
Right.
If it don't go exactly how I saw my mom and daddy do, then that's not it. But see, you didn't see behind closed doors. You didn't see the marriage room. You saw mama and daddy keeping it together for y'all, but you don't know the struggle. So now they don't know that it's another side to the marriage. All they saw was all the good things daddy did, mama did, and they want the exact same thing. And that's trauma because they wasn't taught that, look, it's work. It's hard work to make this thing run, and if you ain't able to maintain or be, strong enough to handle the tough times, you won't get this success.
So I don't think so. So settling is continuing that hard work. I mean, not settling is continuing that hard work.
Yeah.
Because in those, like in my marriage, we never settled.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, for one, I didn't settle on her, meaning like I desired her. She was what I was looking for, and then she manifests to be more. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what not settling is in its totality is taking something and then not settling for what it is, pushing, working until it manifests into the dream, until it manifests into the goal, until it manifests into whatever it is that you were seeking or sought after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when it comes to relationships, because it's just relationships, like people settle so much, and you know that this person on the last episode, Lily said that you know that this person's showing you who they are.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
All day long.
Exactly. And you've witnessed it and you've seen it enough to know that they're going to be who they are.
They are, yeah.
So instead of you pushing through that, whether that be, giving them time to change, whether that's you giving them time to grow and mature, whether that's you leaving, you know what I'm saying? You still have to do work inside of that to keep going. Not settle for that. Because here's the thing, bro. When you settle, regret, resentment, like towards yourself now.
Yeah.
You understand? Look, these are inward emotions. These are inward feelings that you have towards yourself, because you're gonna waste time, and man, it ain't nothing like looking back. 15 years later,
like, man, I could have.
Man, I should have.
I should have. I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. I think that, like you said, everybody settles. I think it's kind of inbred in us in some way, and I'm speaking. I mean, I don't want to make it racial, but being African American, being black, I think that we settle a lot more.
Of course,
You know.
100%. Because the truth is that most of us settle because we still have a slave mentality.
Exactly. A lot of folks still want reparations for slavery.
Reparations for slavery.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Give you a little change, you happy now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like we act like that the white man holding us down. So I'm gonna just point at me even doing this or doing that, and it's like, man.
Okay, but here's my thing. Okay, if you do want reparations, why you settling for that?
Exactly.
Why don't you do the work to where even if they gave it to you, it don't matter because you've done the work and you financially where you want to be to where it wouldn't even matter if listen, take them reparations and give them to somebody give them to the community to feed the hungry. Like, I'm not stopping waiting on nobody.
Honestly, bro, it's an excuse for them not to try. You know
Again, look, they've settled in their minds, okay, that they can't have. That they won't have, that they're worthless. That look, you believe the hype of what people say about you, and then you settle that in your mind, and that becomes your identity.
I'm gonna be real with you. That make you weak.
Absolutely,
it make you a weak person, a weak man, a weak woman. You weak,
right?
You know what I'm saying? If that's how you thinking or how you moving,
right.
You know, you want that. Oh, woe was me. Sympathy and pity. I don't pity. No, I don't because honestly, bro, there is nothing right now in America right now that is stopping any of us from getting off our behinds and going to get something
and living your dream.
Yeah,
not just going to work a job. Pursue happiness. Pursue like the fulfillment of who you are. Quit settling for what people giving you. Listen, yes, you have to work and you have to do things in a process. Yeah. You got to take baby steps in order to get to big things, to big goals, to the mountaintop. But you got to start climbing first.
See, that go with lack of patience. We don't got patience for nothing, bro. We want it right now. We want the big money right now. We want the big check right now. We want all that right now. We cannot. We settling by trying not to settle, basically, because you want the big check, the big payday, the big success right now, but you can't see that you making $10 for something or whatever. It's a stepping stone to getting $10 million.
So, are men settling for what they feeding us on the I say men, and because I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm happily married, but are we settling for their description of women? Like, are we settling for the sexy red now? Or are the women settling for the young thug now?
I think the sexy reds of the world, we created that. I think a lot of men, we created people like her. She doing that because she know that's what men. Because
that's the image that they want to see.
So I don't think men are selling for it. They made that. They create that. We have created that image of what a woman's supposed to be. That's what we created.
Okay.
So to answer the question is no. They not selling for it. They want that. But But here's the thing though. They don't want to marry it though. They don't want to marry it.
So they're not going to settled. They're not going to be settled with it.
They don't mind looking at her. They don't mind, hitting it. They don't mind that. But I guarantee, ain't no man wifing up on sexy red. But we still, as men, love to see her or a woman like her parade around half naked and all these, like sexual songs and lyrics. Yeah, men, we've had a hand in creating that monster. And people like her. So, we're not selling for it at all because we created it. My whole, I don't like the settle thing because that means that you have come to a point to where you think you can't do better. Yeah.
And especially unless you have gotten to where you're going, then why do you think you can't do better? You're supposed to persevere. You're supposed to push through this stuff. You're supposed to keep going. So you're right. You know, I grew up with women who didn't settle, bro. Like they just kept going.
So look, let me ask you a holy question. This holy raw real. So did Adam and Eve settle?
No.
They didn't. So when the devil told Eve, this is what this fruit will do to you, they had everything already.
Right.
But they wanted more. So did she settle by trying not to settle? She wanted more than what she had.
Right. So she wasn't settling. She just was inquisitive and stupid. I mean, just being real. Like at the end of the day, they had everything that they ever could have wanted. Everything was producing itself. It was self-sufficient. So she didn't settle. She was in the pursuit of knowledge. She was in the pursuit of what she didn't know.
Cause it feel like he made her think that what you had wasn't good enough. You settling for what God given you. So here's more.
Oh, like in that context, like he tricked her to make her think that she was settling.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is what happens to a lot of people.
Right. So then now, but in that she was settled.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, now you just took it again and flipped it all the way around again because in that she was settled. That's like saying me, I'm settled. So the snake come talking to me and was like, man, you sure it ain't nothing else out there that you want?
Now he making you think like, man, maybe I am. Maybe it's more out there for me. Maybe
right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you.
No, when I'm in the garden, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm in Eden.
And see, that's what happens to a lot of people in marriages and in dating. They feel like, okay, they got a good woman or a good man, and then here come this other.
The snake come and told them that they settled.
And say, you know, man, you know, yeah, nah, man. I think it's all a game. It's a trick, but I think that we gotta stop settling though, man. We gotta stop settling.
So again, it goes. It's a balance. It goes. So you just hand to hand. You should not settle for less than, but you should settle when you have what you're looking for.
First of all, be content with what you have. That don't mean you settling for nothing. You just content with what you have right now because God wants you to be content.
Right.
But God don't want you to just settle for less than what he has for you. So I think some people get being content and settled, they get it confused.
Right.
So, you know, explain more about what content means versus what settling, because settling and content can sound very similar.
It sounds similar, but being content where you are, meaning that I'm happy with what I have right now. I'm thankful for what I have today. But I'm still gonna pursue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
still gonna. I hadn't reached where I'm going, but today I'm great. Thank you, Lord, for what you've given me today. But I'm still gonna push towards the mark.
Because I look at being content with what you just said, but also, you know, like I'm thankful for what I have, but I do want more.
Exactly.
And I ain't ashamed of saying I'm going after more. But I'm not going to complain either. I'm going to say, look, I know I can do better than this. But for right now, I'm thankful that I have this. But I'm not going to sit back and say, well, this is all I have forever. Like, nah, I want to get more. I'm going to get more.
Right.
Because God told me, hey, you know, I want you to have a life more abundantly. So he's going to give you the ability to get more. But I think a lot of folks get being content and settled. They get confused.
Right. And remember, like, you know what I'm saying, you can only find that in Christ. Like at the end of the day, rather to be settled or, you know, content or any of that, all of that rests in him. Because you know, like once you get to that point, then it's him who leads and guides you to go to the next level or stay where you are, be content. Like, you know, it all rests up in him. the problem is every time, man, is that we be trying to figure this stuff out in our own mind, and we trying to, you know,
that's where it gets
exactly.
Wrong.
So you don't. So I ain't telling for that, but you don't even like. Again, if it was a relationship, male or female, you don't even know what you're saying because you don't know the gift. You're not looking at what's right in front of you.
Exactly.
So you could think that you're settling, but that's a diamond in the rough. You hadn't even put, you know, pressure on it to see what it's gonna turn into.
Right back to you settling by trying not to settle, because you can't see what's right in front of your face. You can't see what God already gave. You can't see that you already win. You already been won. Yeah, man.
I think crazy. At the end, man, is you have to be led, you know, by God to move in and out of relationships, jobs, you know, taking financial investment risk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's a risk.
That's a big risk.
Yeah. And so. Because listen, Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying, just went up to 100,000+ the other day, right?
And I remember when it first came out,
when it was
nothing,
right?
And yeah, man.
So look, some people they settle for that 20 when it hit 20. Some people settle when it hit 40. You know, some people held on, and it had some peaks and some valleys, and it went up and down. But you know, now it's at 107.
That's crazy.
I mean, you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow, man. So, like, you just gotta, you know, you gotta use wisdom, which wisdom is, you know, a gift of God, you know, and allow Him to lead and guide you, and don't settle, but be settled.
Yeah, don't settle, but be settled. Trademark that.
Trademark that.
Trademark that. Right.
Put it on a T-shirt. For sure, man.
But
all right, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hope that people understand that, you know what I'm saying, that it is more to life than what we can see, but you got to give that life to Christ. And then once you give that life to Christ, He'll lead you to, He say, seek ye the kingdom of heaven, and all things will be given unto you, unto thee. So that's it, man.
He don't lie. He never lied.
That's it.
You know for a fact it's the truth. So
that's it.
You know, I think if we just, you know, put our trust in Him.
Right.
And, you know, He got the rest of it, man.
Right. But don't be settled for somebody to knock you upside the head, though.
Nah. Well, hold on. Now, He did say if somebody hits you, turn to the other cheek, too.
I turned to the other cheek and looked the other way and go the other way, not let them hit me in the other cheek.
I thought he said that.
He said, he didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
He said, turn the other cheek. Okay?
Oh, so that way, so don't hit back?
I ain't gonna hit back. I'm gonna turn the other cheek and walk away.
I'm gonna hit back. I'm sorry.
You hit me.
I ain't there yet. I'm getting there. I'm working on
cheek.
it. God, I'm working on it.
I ain't saying I'm there yet either now.
I'm working.
Cause that turning the other cheek, I might be swinging a fist with that cheek. You know, I'm just saying. Yeah. But don't settle for that.
Of course not.
Don't settle for some. Listen.
Just use wisdom, man.
Man, look. The difference in somebody beating you physically. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a man or woman, because you got some women out there that beat me, and you feel what I'm saying? What? Yeah, you got some baby D's out there, you know, who'll put it on you.
Exactly.
Facts. So you at the same time though, look, using a man for his money, you know what I'm saying? It's just as bad as a look. Using a woman for her car because she going to work and you sitting at home playing video games.
I just saw
it's still the same, man.
Over a chick, man, who married and called her husband a simp because he took in her and her kids.
He settled.
He know now. I hope he know now. He settled. She went on a podcast and did that, man.
He settled. Cause ain't no woman you married to gonna call her king, her Adam, her man a simp.
It ain't like he don't know. Cause I mean, is she bold enough to do that on camera?
Yeah, she acting.
Oh, I know for
she cutting
fact,
up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, man, he settled.
Don't settle for that.
Oh, he settled. He settled.
Don't do that, man.
Right. No, he settled.
Don't, man.
No,
he
settled.
It ain't worth it, man. It's not worth it. Trust me. It's not.
Man, it's happiness awaits you.
Yeah, life is too short to be selfish.
Man, what you hear me?
Do that, man.
Man, people leaving this place, man.
I
Don't
ain't doing
settle
it.
for that.
I ain't doing it ever again.
Yeah, and then you know what's crazy? Lord forbid, man. The one that they settling for like that, you know, them be the ones who will pull the trigger and kill you. They don't care. They don't love you. Yeah.
And they show it
Exactly.
on a daily basis.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, don't settle for that, man. You feel me? No, don't settle. Live your life. Chase your dreams, man. Go after your visions, but do it in wisdom and do it
don't
in the
be like
Lord.
me.
Yeah, nah, don't
chase
be out
it.
there shooting no jumpers. You know what I'm saying? Look, don't be 45 years old going to try out for a quarterback in college.
That man signed me up like boy. I hope you out myself, boy. He was for real.
He
man.
should have Uncle Drew you.
Yeah, he probably would have, man.
Hey man, listen, man. This has been another episode of Holy, Raw, and Real. Yes, Lord. This is a Room 6 Cinema production.
Indeed.
Deuces, man. We'll catch y'all next time, man.
God bless the real, holy, raw and real. God bless the real, holy, raw and real. God bless the real, holy, raw and real.